welcome back to another episode of the Podsack
Podcast.
Podsack. We're getting better at saying this.
We are.
It's coming back.
Goddamn wonderful.
Yeah, we're slowly transitioning into this new life.
Talking to your damn mic.
We were having.
We got Cooper, we got Andre,
and then we have Sheldon.
Sheldon's here, and Patrick's in the background yelling at Coop.
I feel like every week I want to show him love, but he just hates me.
He does hate you.
What?
I think
Patrick, I love you.
I think it's been established since Patrick's first episode that he just doesn't like you.
Yeah, I know. It's like
No,
me.
this goes back further. This
It's
is an
me and
origin
bro.
story.
It's
okay?
the same. It's the same.
There's
love.
more to this hatred.
There's an origin story going back to when GameStop was called EB Games.
Why did it start there?
And I took over Guilford.
Did it start there?
And I tried to bring back Patrick, and we were trying to get him to be an ASM, but then we hired Coop as the new ASM, and Patrick came back still.
Did it start there?
I did.
That's crazy, Patrick. The fact that you've been holding on to that. Holy
I know. Patrick holds on to all these hateful emotions towards
But
me.
we got you promoted in like 2 months.
Was it 2 months?
It took me 2 months. I told them 3, but I got it for you in 2.
Was it 2 months?
Nah, there was a lot of people who didn't like the fact that I was hot. It
Yeah.
was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone learned to love me.
Because
though.
everybody there when I got there,
Mm-hmm.
they were all like promised these. They said they were promised these positions and blah blah blah. And I was like, look, I don't know what's going on, but now that I'm here, this is a full reset. I don't care what kind of bad stuff you guys have done. I don't care what good stuff you guys have done.
Mm-hmm.
I commend you for getting this far without a manager, but you're not doing anything right. So I'm going to teach you the right ways of doing things. They did not like that. I was called a sexist. I know. Considering my last few assistant
That's
managers
crazy.
that I
Yo,
got
Sheldon's
promoted were
spilling
female.
all the tea right now. Sheldon's like, yo, it's tea time.
Who was
Sheldon-
it?
Doing tea
Sheldon's-
Oh, the one that called me a
time.
sexist?
Yeah.
I can't say her name.
But is it who I think it is?
Yeah, it's exactly who you think it is.
It's not. They're not what I
Y'all
come
go
in.
No, they
Okay.
haven't been. They
I
were,
know.
Y'all
I
go
I think they were
as
the first to leave.
individuals.
Okay.
I feel like you've been holding on to that.
I'll tell you after. Oh no, I tell everybody the story.
Oh, okay.
No.
This is the
Because
awesome.
when I tell them that somebody calls me that, they look surprised.
Yeah, that's crazy
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, I know.
I mean, they're not wrong. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like to come to the store, notice it's not going well, and then try and
Like,
have a reset.
They did what they could.
Yeah.
You know, without any real training.
Yeah.
You know, and I gave them kudos. But I was like, it's not the right way to be doing things.
No, but that'd be like if, you know, not to point out Cooper, but like say if we worked out and I noticed that like your form was a bit off, and I'm like, well, if you just take like a step back and like focus on it, and then you were like,
Shut up.
Yeah.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, literally.
You
Literally.
Don't ever criticize me. I'm perfect. I am God.
Yeah, but for someone to say that is like another level of like relax, dog.
Yeah.
Not a big
Yeah.
deal.
They're gonna be slurping on this dab pod too. Damn, dude.
No, I'll try not to. My apologies.
Did they say it like to you or like about like?
Oh, I heard it from other people. They couldn't say it to my face.
That's even
Damn,
worse.
bro.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sheldon is just like, yo, it's tea time tonight. Let's go.
Yeah.
We just spilling all the beans.
No. But no, but
Um,
people like there are people that stayed on, you know.
Yeah,
because
no.
they wanted that sort
Of
of
course, yeah.
structure. So
Yeah.
that's what they ended up getting.
So,
But that's where it goes back to. Patrick just hated his
true.
stupidity.
He hated me because of that.
No, I'm just playing.
and-
I'm making up stories at this point.
and
I don't know if it actually started there.
and I loved him. And when I always tried to
To
caress
be honest,
him.
I actually didn't like Cooper to begin with.
So it did
No,
start.
like, at the
Yeah.
beginning because
yeah.
you were friends with what's his face?
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forgot his
Yeah.
name.
I
don't wanna-
remembered his name.
I
I
don't
almost
wanna-
said it.
Yeah, you almost said it. You almost said it.
Is it who I'm
We're
thinking
not
of that got?
doxing no one. No. We ain't doxing no.
No. I'm just trying to think. I might.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah,
I'll
okay,
tell
cool,
you
cool,
after,
cool.
Don't worry.
This is let's not try to get ourselves in some hot water, okay? Let's
Some lawsuit action.
yeah, let's chill. Let's relax.
Sheldon.
How was
you,
y'all's week?
you really said fucking just said everything.
How was y'all's weeks?
Aye, we're not even 10 minutes in. What are you doing, man?
You guys swore first.
No,
No, we haven't sworn.
I caught myself. You were the first.
Am I the first? Oh my god, I'm the
Thank
first one. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I
I'll
caught
believe it,
myself
it's
in the
fine.
beginning
Now I
really
feel
quick.
Gross.
Yeah.
How could you?
This is how you feel all the time.
Loser.
Yeah.
Canadian.
How
We've
could
all
you?
been there. Now you
You're
understand.
disgusting.
Damn it!
You disgust me.
I fall into the low.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
Just-
You're a gross person. You're a gross person.
Oh, damn. Anyways, yeah, welcome to Podsack, guys. We got another new exciting episode for you boys and girls out there. Some anime talk, some PlayStation talk.
Yep. We got
Yes,
a lot of stuff to
sir.
talk about.
We don't.
We don't.
No,
Let's
we
start with
don't
our
have that
weeks.
much. We
Let's
don't.
start with our weeks.
Yeah.
Come on.
I had a pretty cool week. I got to watch Uzumaki, which
That
is
took him a long time to
that
get
took me a
out.
minute. I was loading. Like my brain was just like, hold on, what's the name of that anime?
Like
we watched?
Naruto or
No, not Naruto.
Boruto.
Junji Ito, a horror manga artist who they now have brought to anime.
He's like the most normal looking dude, too.
Yeah,
He
he's
is-
the sweetest boy.
Yeah, he seems like a really, really nice kid. And then like you look at his drawings and they're really disturbing. And the show is really
and
disturbing.
you just turn
Well, there's
him.
always a parallel. Like, there's that one that looks really nice and that draws the most. Oh yeah, that's and then the opposite. He looks really mean, but his art's like really, like
like
tame.
okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. Like they're the opposite
Yeah.
of what they
Oh, what they
portray
draw. Yeah.
or what they draw. Yeah, but it's just very odd.
How like say for example the guy who makes the show,
Junji Ito.
he like looks like a hi. Like
Yeah.
to me, XYZ, but then he draws the weirdest things you've ever
Oh,
seen.
I see,
And then
okay.
the parallel is like a scruffier looking dude that wears a hood that you're like you go like you thief things, but like his art is very like
Make Oshinoko.
pure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, a girl drew that, but
Actually a dude.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is very disturbing. It was cool though. The art, it looks like manga panels moving.
Whoa.
So it's like it's black and white.
Oh, so it's kind of it's kind of like the Yakuza husband thing on Netflix,
no, like
Maybe.
it's like black and white.
It's black and white
but
drawing.
in like manga panel style, right?
Yeah, like kind of like the not like it's not like it moves panel to panel or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
It's
Not like
like-
that. It's just it looks like exactly like the manga panel.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like each scene kind of memorializes like a panel in the
Understood.
manga. It's
Okay.
still animated and everything like that, but it just looks identical to what the manga looked like.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I enjoyed the first episode. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then there was this this funny thing that happened on my work site, but there's this old French dude who's an elevator op, and I feel so bad for this dude, and I need your guys' help actually. Do I help this dude because he's getting catfished by women?
Oh no.
And he's showing it off to like the guys, like when we get off the elevator, and like he's like, "Yeah, I'm."
Does
see
he
this
talk to you
girl?"
often?
Like every day, he talks to
Elevator
everyone
operators usually get to know like everyone.
because they're just in there all day in a box. So like the only interactions they really have are the people who come in and out. Now,
Maybe tell him. Just tell him.
I feel
I would just tell him.
I feel so bad, but like
No, I wouldn't.
Just tell them.
You know what? You know what you do if they're images of like, or if they're profiles of like famous people, and he doesn't know who they are. I would Google image that person and be like, "This is that famous person."
see, I don't think they're using famous people.
Okay.
They're using just like random pictures of girls from like I
Yeah,
don't know,
just tell
some
'em.
Facebook account. But
it's
they
possible. It's just TikTok.
he's sending them pictures of himself and stuff, and I'm like, man, you can't be doing this. I feel bad, but I don't want to tell you because like I feel awkward in that situation. Like how
You
do-
just gotta do it. Like I have a friend who's still being catfished, and he's delusional. Oh, we tell him he's being catfished, and he just doesn't believe it.
No way you're gonna out your friend like that. That's crazy.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. He sucks,
Holy.
dude.
Oh my
This-
God.
This bitch ass.
Yo, timestamp that.
This is
timestamp
this
that.
is tea time. This is tea time with
This
Ponce.
bitch ass is spoiled as shit. Okay,
He's been holding this in. You can tell.
he's spoiled. He with a silver spoon in his mouth, right? Richest motherfucker I've ever met, right? Doesn't not can't hold a job. he just no work ethic. He's dropped out like 7 times from university. Doesn't care. So they've been dating for about 10 years.
There's a-
Online only.
Online only.
There is
No video chat.
no video
there is
chat.
no way they've
voice
been
calls.
together for 10 years.
Every time he's like, "Oh, let's webcam." It's like, "Oh, my webcam is broken. Buy one for me."
You know what? Hey, leave him alone. He is dedicated. Okay, you can't say that about most men nowadays. Leave him alone. He is committed to his.
He's asked for a
Fake
picture.
person.
Oh, let me draw a picture for you. There's no fucking way he doesn't believe he's being
Wait, they
catfished.
drew him a picture.
Yeah.
Not. They didn't even pull one off the
No.
internet. Damn.
Okay.
Have they sent? Has he sent them money?
Yes.
Yo, hit me up with his digits. Yo, hit me up with his digits.
Sheldon, it's a federal crime. Sheldon, it's a federal crime. Okay, I need you to understand
Well, if he's
this.
delusional enough, it's not. It's not.
Yo, I just want to
It
pay off
is.
a few things and we Gucci, bro. Like,
True, but let's buy ourselves all some new stuff. Let's all catfish.
we
them.
can upgrade here.
The thing is, we would be able to catfish better because we're dudes, so we know exactly how it goes.
Yes.
So we could definitely get them. You just basically send them pictures of women online. It's so easy.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
All I gotta do is play
absolutely.
games with them, and then it's fine.
Oh my god, that's it. Yo, what's his name? Tell me after the show.
This is insane. Okay, we need to stop this.
Oh, good
But
lord.
okay, I will try to tell him. I feel bad for him.
How was your week?
I mean, I mean, nothing compares to those two, but it was okay.
Yeah, I don't even want to share
Like,
mine
yeah,
anymore.
I worked a lot, but that was it.
Fair enough, fair
Oh,
enough.
good lord. I mean, our building lost power for 12 hours.
Oh, why?
Something got burnt out in them. It's an old unit, like it's an old electrical unit.
So what'd you guys do?
They I don't know what the electrician did.
No, like for the 12
Oh,
hours.
for patients and stuff, we had to like cancel and reschedule and all
Was it
this stuff.
something to do with your panel or your meter?
Something in the breakers, like in the actual room, like something got burnt out, and it's an
Okay.
old part that doesn't get made anymore. They had to,
Part doesn't get made anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
yeah, they had to find some like German company to make it.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
it took them like 2 months to get
Talking to your mic.
Yeah,
it replaced. So
I wonder what it is because it could be a motor, but I don't know why they would have a motor
Mm.
there.
they took
Maybe it's a
yeah, they just took one
Transformer.
from another unit and placed it in there, and it's like a temporary fix. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Oh, so it's definitely gonna happen at some point.
yeah, yeah, it's
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Probably have to swap the whole thing.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's-
it is.
I think that would I feel like that should be the
Do a
plan,
full
but
panel
we'll
swap.
see.
Possibly, it's probably just an old panel that has proprietary parts. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Other than that, not too much, man. Like it's been kind of just a busy work week, realistically.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got next weekend is Thanksgiving,
Yep.
so we're all gonna have
Damn.
long weekends. Yeah, I know it's coming up quick.
Jesus.
The year
Time
has
is flown, man.
Yeah, dude. Like I was talking to Candace and like a month ago now. I said like I swear I blinked and it was like September.
Yeah.
It was like January, my birthday, September. I was
Yep.
like, I swear to God, this whole year just flown right by.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it really has. It's
I'm
just-
like, in 4 months, it's like Christmas. I was like, what the hell?
dude, Christmas is soon.
I-
That's
it-
scary.
it's crazy to me. Like, I think I got an email today about like just about a website I've subscribed to because I bought a few things off, and they're like, get access to early Christmas shopping. I'm like, Halloween hasn't even happened yet.
Well, that's
Chill.
only like
Are you
less
okay,
than.
man? Like, you kind of had like a mini stroke going on there. I was like,
I was
holy
trying to
damn.
gather my thoughts as I was saying it.
Ah!
Yeah,
A
there's-
website that I've bought things from. I'm on the email list, and you get like deals and stuff. They sent out like a hey, start now and get some Christmas shopping done. And I was like, October hasn't happened, or sorry, I'm like Halloween hasn't happened. Stop. Let me at least just go through like
Oh,
the
think of-
seasons.
Think about it. There's less than 90 days until 2025.
Oh, why'd you say that?
Another year is coming.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know if I could do another year. I think this is the last year I live.
I'm good for years. You know what I
I'm
mean?
good for years.
I'm good.
I'm good. I can end it and be happy at this point.
I'm
I
good.
think I made it. I think this is a good checking off point. You know, I think
Yeah.
everything from here is just downward scaling.
I feel that.
Nah, but-
I feel like you feel that every year.
In some ways,
I
though,
know.
you're
Every
not
day.
wrong.
See,
Yeah.
does any year get better? Like I feel like every year just keeps consecutively getting worse.
Maybe. No.
No,
don't
no,
think so.
no. Yeah, I'm right.
Maybe.
I'm right.
Maybe. Hard to say.
It's just stagnant
But
for me.
you know what is great? I will say, is the anime season we are in because we have so many animes dropping. We had
There is
Bleach,
a lot.
Dandadan, all these great. Like I said, I was watching Uzumaki. Which one did you guys want to start with? Did you guys want to start with the season finale of Wistoria, as we've been following it?
Yeah. Let's start with the season ending of a story. Did Elusive end?
Mhm.
Elusive ended last week.
We talked about it.
We talked
Okay.
about.
You were
the
like
finale.
doing it, everything but watching it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
While you guys sat down and watched, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
honestly, God, you didn't miss anything.
No, there wasn't really a
You
whole
didn't
lot
miss
that happened.
No.
But yes, Wistoria has finally ended. They killed the Grand Duke and they are back at the school now.
Yeah.
Looks like Will used some kind of magic for a sword.
He used the magic in the sword.
Yeah, and
as
I was
we-
mistaken from last week. I thought they kind of knew what was going on, but they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah,
they had
see?
no idea what that ability was.
No one has any idea.
Yeah.
Which is real
Well,
weird.
not true. In the last weeks, the week before, the teachers said something. If you guys didn't catch it,
The teachers did, yeah, but the main
that's
cast,
right.
the main
Yeah.
cast does not know
The
what
core
that is.
group,
The
they're
core
like,
group
I have no idea what you just
doesn't
did.
know what happened, but it seems like there is some relative knowledge about what
It's
they
Friends.
did. What?
What?
It's Friends.
Like the show?
Yeah.
What?
What are you talking? What are you?
Where are we
Don't
right
worry
now?
about it.
My goodness.
I'm trying to make the connection. Hang on, just keep talking.
There is no connection. Stop trying. But yes,
do
they
you,
are
do you
in
know
the
what the
hospital.
power is called?
Wand,
Wand
and
and
sword.
Friendship.
Wand and sword.
No.
With friendship and love.
Dr. Bio.
There was Whis.
My ninja way.
The,
There
the
you
one,
go.
the one that the
That's what it's
fire
called?
one was like Whis something.
Oh no, it's Whis or Whis, whatever.
Yeah,
Why?
W-I-S.
Whiz.
It's
We
whatever
also-
the element is plus.
yeah. It was the element, and then Whis was
Yeah.
the move
Whis
that
is
they
the
called out.
is the move.
Yeah.
Is the power.
Yeah, so that was the
didn't know
power.
that.
So he did wield
I
that,
had
but
no idea.
the weird part is he just said it. He doesn't even know where it's from. Like he says that
It
afterwards,
comes from his heart.
which is like I said, it's still super weird that it's just like
fact
they
that
don't know
that's
what they're
actually-
doing.
that
They're
could
just
be
doing
true.
it. But yeah, it the
You
ending
want me to
was
explain it?
huh?
You want me to explain how he knows it?
Yeah,
It was from that memory.
Yeah.
His mom was talking to him.
Yeah. Somewhat.
I'm
That's-
calling it his mom.
I'm calling it his.
If people say it's mom, I don't know if that's.
I will
100%
say-
confirmed.
It's the person that birthed him.
That could be anyone.
True.
I will say where I am in the manga, and this is not spoilers at all. I still
Spoiler
don't,
alert.
I still don't understand what that Whis thing is. I still don't.
That's
Yeah,
how I
mean,
feel about
that's just
JJ
gonna,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
curse
yeah.
techniques.
That's
Yeah,
just-
so
it's
like
just
I
gonna be-
I still read it and I message him and I'm like,
I'd assume.
can you dumb it down for me?
I'd assume the power is legitimately whatever magical power is now imbued into the sword.
No,
No.
I'll say that much. No,
Interesting.
This is
Okay.
the first time I don't have a theory craft.
It's
which is
yeah,
kind of crazy.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
And to backpack off you, sorry, it goes like deeper than what you said.
really
Oh,
okay.
dude, like again, like I'm caught up in the manga and I'm still pondering like what exactly.
The world they're in is not real.
I'll say this.
Be careful what you say.
Yeah,
No,
you
no.
really suck at this
it's,
part.
it's a prequel. From the light novels. His memory was wiped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like whose? Will's?
Wills.
I feel like that's a spoiler.
It's a prequel.
Yeah, which they probably would have shown in the anime down the road.
No, they won't,
How do you know that?
because it's a special. It's just one volume.
Oh, it's like an OVA.
So it would have
style?
been a movie.
No.
It could have been.
maybe.
It could be.
They if they turned that into a movie, they would milk the fuck out of it.
I mean, if it's an OVA, it would make sense. If it's
Yeah.
not,
It'd probably
fully-
be an OVA. So I don't know. Whatever. Spoilers. get spoiled here with the Podsack
I'm gonna
podcast,
spoil
you know.
everything, man.
Hey, I'm
But yeah, they Sion and Will finally get their
I'm
fight
back.
basically at the end of
please,
it.
I'm warm.
That's
The finger cross.
we're never gonna finish this
Oh, shit.
podcast.
We have
My
nothing
God.
to talk about. We have to make some things up.
We aren't even through the first episode of anime.
I mean, Wistoria was
only
just
20 minutes in.
yeah.
True.
Minus the
Okay.
6 minutes we were doing.
So wait,
fucking around.
basically, Wistoria just kind of ended with that small little guy who looks like a goddamn hobbit person was just
Oh, Frodo.
he's the king of the dwarves.
They did not explain that in that episode.
They never do.
Wait, what?
We can't let him talk anymore. We can't let him talk anymore about anything anime related.
Okay.
Because I feel like that was a spoiler, and we would have found that out eventually.
Patrick's not allowed to
That's
talk about anime anymore.
That-
This is the new rule.
Confirm with them. Have they ever said it?
No, they haven't yet.
No,
Because we're not to
I
that
meant
point.
in the manga. I think he's the king of the dwarves.
Oh, it's your speculation.
Okay, maybe say that before you say
Sorry.
things. Be like, in my opinion, or I have a theory. Okay?
Sorry.
Oh
I'll tell you how Patrick thinks. You say
Otherwise,
something.
I just get mad at you for no reason.
I'll tell you how
I
it goes.
could. Pat has no filter to the point where he just says the answer to the question. So if I was like, "Hey, Pat, what happens to Sukuna at the end?" He would just actually answer it full blown.
What happens to that one character? Oh, he dies, and then the friend dies.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Freaking hell. Anyways,
That's my theory. on
short
the
dude
matter.
is like, I'm in charge of the swords.
Yeah.
So there's more than one sword. That is the safe assumption.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's more than one sword.
Yeah.
And he was not happy that he was not told about Will, even though Professor McGonagall or female Dumbledore was like, well, he's in our school, so we didn't have to
So
tell you.
get bent because
Yeah.
he's our property. Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, little homeboy does like you see him a lot more. He does have a more time in the spotlight.
Finn.
Finn
Yeah.
Finn.
Bagnar.
Yes, that's what
Yes.
you're talking about. Sorry, it was
Bagnar.
taking me a minute
I don't know if
to
that's the
figure
last
out
name, I was
who
just
you were
saying it.
talking about, and I was like, "Oh,
Finn.
right,
Yeah.
Finn.
Finn's. Yeah. So Finn's like, yo, McGonagall, what the hell? And she's
Female
like,
Dumbledore.
he's in our school, get bent, XYZ type of thing. But it's just it's interesting because in the fight, like he essentially aided Will.
Yeah,
He's like, here, dude.
Yeah.
Have the sword thing. So then
We also kind of learned that those people with no magic abilities that are swords are guides to the deeper dungeons.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're the guides. Finn's that's Finn's whole tribe. is
well,
guides.
if you think about it, Will was kind of the guide.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Spoiler
dude.
alert.
He's a Quincy.
No, I'm just connecting that
Will's a
dot.
Quincy. Will's a Quincy.
Oh my- So also with Finn,
Be careful what
no,
you say.
no spoiler.
He thinks.
The universe is connected with another series by the same author.
Oh, okay.
He's a Quincy.
He's a Quincy. he
It's
is a Quincy.
is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon? Is
I
the
feel like I've just lost all interest.
but it's like I don't know if it's a sequel or
How
a
does
prequel.
Pat find a way to ruin every single anime
I don't know,
we
man.
watch. Like every single
Because
one.
Finn appears in both series. I don't
feel
know.
like I've just been given the worst news in life.
I know, right? Like you're killing off the fun that we are having, Pat. Like I don't think you understand what you're doing to us. Right
See,
now.
it'd be different with like Fire
No, it's-
Force and Soul Eater because those are both great like anime
or like Bleach and Kill the Witch.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
talk shit about is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon? The title is terrible, but the fucking show is immaculate. Okay.
Guys,
what?
look,
Feel like
Finn
I'll
is
watch it.
Meliodas' brother.
I'll do some research into this and tell you if it's actually good and report. Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys like the episode?
Yes, the episode was good.
good.
The episode
Sorry.
was good. There was a lot
I give
of world building.
I give it 2 Finns out of 10.
2 fins
I'm kidding.
out of 10.
I'm kidding.
Like, damn.
No.
I'd probably give it I give the whole series, like from front to back for the first season, I'd give a solid
8.
8. A solid 8. 8 fins.
Stand firm on the 8.
I stand so firm on the 8 that it's perfect. Like I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's good all the way around.
Now,
But
you
it
know
does
what the
not
kids say?
excel.
4 plus 4.
as I was saying, I don't know what would give it a 10 in your opinion?
It has to
More Finn?
Is this hell?
More Finn. Huh?
Did I die? Did I go to hell?
Yes.
Is that what this is?
This is how.
Yeah, but like in your opinion, like it's cool, but I'm just curious, like what do you think would give it the boost for a 10?
To become a 10 in my mind, you have to legitimately you have to excel.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think this anime.
What does that mean?
I want to.
I'm so like you say that word, but
Here.
I'm like, how?
How do you want it to excel?
How would you want that to excel?
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Frieren.
Okay.
Frieren excelled at everything that it did. In terms
Okay.
of what an average anime is, right?
So did you want? Okay, so
the animation was better. The story was unique.
Okay.
Even down to the VAs and the voice lines and the writing was all really well done. Like excelled beyond what my initial thoughts were.
Mm-hmm.
It got better and better as time got on, and it was from front to back a fantastic anime.
Okay.
Like it excelled at all those points. I don't think Wistoria excelled in my mind in any of those areas. And in terms of like story, writing, I thought it's really good, but it's not anything unique. It's not anything that's blowing my mind. Does that make sense?
So what did you give it overall?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Solid.
Like a firm 8.
Firm 8. Solid. It's a good. It's a good
A
anime.
firm 4 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah, firm 4 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I give it. What do you give
Well,
it?
I mean, if you're putting in terms of like the way Freerun was done, then I'd have to agree with that score.
Because if I'm
Because like Freerun did a good job of like pacing and giving you the small stories, peeling back the layers of
Onions.
like the backstory for where Freerun came from and like the other characters.
exactly.
And then when they did the choreography for the combat, the animation for it was like pretty top notch. Like I don't think there was any flaw you could find in their in those battles realistically. Some people would say like the first season kind of fell off for them when they got to the battle trials, but I mean they needed to have that somewhere. I mean it would kind of make sense. So
yeah.
I mean if we're putting Wistoria in that aspect, I would say okay, sure, like 8 out of 10 would seem about appropriate then.
If I'm
You know?
because I'm grading
'Cause they give
comparative
us-
to what we've gotten in recent times. That's I can compare you to your peers.
Okay.
What has
Okay.
been released in the last year that
Yeah.
was really good? Freerun. So
Okay.
I can compare you to that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
So in terms of that, for me, it's an 8 out of 10. Solid choice. If you guys want to watch it, highly recommend it.
Yeah,
But don't.
Okay.
I would say it's nothing like insane.
I agree.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't think it really propelled any new like form of animation, XYZ. Like
Even
it was
even down to the story. If you think about it, it feels very similar to everything we've already. A lot of things we've already had.
Like a normal shonen trope.
yeah, very
yeah,
shonen-y, and it's not.
exactly.
That doesn't
And I
make
feel-
it bad. It
I
just
feel like upcoming things are might fall to the nuance of just being like this has been done. Right?
exactly, and that's the only reason I can't be like, oh, this is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it was a nice 4 plus 4. I am curious to see what they do with season 2.
Yeah,
And
I am.
just see it, especially excuse
'Cause
me,
this-
especially like one in particular kind of arc. I guess I'm curious to see as how they animate it, how they go about it, and if they do change anything. So
this show
I'm sure
has
you know the one that I'm. Yeah,
this show has the ability to it has potential.
it has room to grow.
It has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that it can't become unique in its own right and become like later seasons become a better score, right?
Yeah,
Because this world is good. I think that what they've built so far is good, but I just want a little bit more and just to see where everything goes as of right now.
It has
Or
done
first
a
season, yeah,
it has done a good job of laying down the groundwork and as a viewer me, if I didn't read the manga, me being like, what's gonna happen next for the group
Yeah, exactly.
because of the fallout and the repercussions of like the dungeon and especially the headless guy. Like, there's obviously a lot of darker sides of the show that we might later see, right? Especially with like that group that was going around the dungeon killing people, unleashing the monsters, XYZ. And we know now that Will could potentially use magic, XYZ. We have no idea.
Yep.
But yeah, there's the grip of curiosity that is on the show now.
Exactly.
Okay.
So 3, 4 plus 4s.
3, 4 plus 4s.
Nice.
So 8 out of 10
16.
solid. And that is
We excelled.
Sack certified. Did you
Stamp.
guys want to move on to Dandadan or Bleach?
I feel like we got baited with Dandadan.
Let's talk about the weird one first.
Yeah, let's talk about the weird one. It's weird.
Why
It's
is it
weird,
called
weird.
Dandadan? It's just noises coming out of a person's mouth.
Intro's kind of fire.
Isn't everything just noises coming out of a person's mouth? Think about that one. It's deep. I know.
Bro just hit you with
I
the
know.
quote. Bro just hit you with the quote, dog.
I know.
that
I know
one.
what I said was just
I 100% walked
insane.
into that one. Good lord. Okay.
You got baited into that
That's
hard.
a Jaden Smith quote.
I'm
Okay,
gonna-
let's
I'm
go.
gonna shut down now.
Bro-
You two can carry this.
Bro
episode.
just hit you with the Jaden quote, dog.
I'm gonna play some PS2 games.
That's so funny. Isn't almost. Wait, what'd you even say?
Don't even worry about. Let's just move on, man. So Dan
Dan.
aired yesterday.
Yes.
Dropped yesterday.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
It was.
It kind of gave me a little bit of Mob Psycho vibes,
Yes.
a little bit with the
Yeah,
animation
yeah,
style and how
yep,
they
yep.
like kind of change things.
Mhm.
The characters, the two main characters, the two main protagonists anyway, or
Yep. I can't remember the name because the girl called the guy
Occult Kun.
Occult
Or
Kun.
but his actual name is Ken Takakura.
Yes, sure.
And then,
Wait, isn't Ken Takakura the guy that the girl actually wants? That's the
Yes,
like
he's an
superstar
actor, but
guy.
homie's legit name is Ken Takakura.
Oh,
Yeah.
You missed
Oh.
that because you were paying attention.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
So like
because
she,
I was really weirded out.
So
I'm
she
sorry.
wants a guy who's like Ken XYZ.
Oh, see, I didn't realize that was an actor. I thought that kid. Okay, so my thought was this kid is the actor. He just does
It
like
is-
he just pulls like a Clark
They
Kent.
skipped out one part of the manga where they talk about look at the
They'll probably reveal that later.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that seems to be a common thing with like animes and mangas nowadays.
Yeah. So
but-
like she's in love with an actor and his name's Ken Takakura
yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like all the rave XYZ, but homeboy's legit name.
but dude even said a line that was exactly word for word Ken Takakura.
Yeah.
Line.
At the
And
end
so
of it.
that made me think, oh, that's him.
That's him.
He's just pulling a Clark Kent right now, where he goes from like, I'm Clark Kent, but now I'm Kal-El Superman. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, and
yeah.
nobody can recognize
I'm Ken,
him.
but now I'm Okut.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Powers. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I want to talk about the elephant in the room.
Wait,
with
wait.
This anime.
What's fuck off your phone. What's her name?
What is her name?
That's what I was trying to find out. I don't remember.
Because like
the
I
name.
like I think he said it, but
Momo Ayase.
Ayase, yeah, because he called her Ayase, but I'm like, I don't know if that's just like a nickname
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
gave her,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So Momo and Ken essentially are what their names are.
Yep, Momo and Ken. And
So one of them believes in aliens. The Momo believes in aliens. No,
Yep.
she believes in ghosts.
she believes in
She
ghosts
believes in
because
ghosts.
her grandma was a spiritual what do they call
Medium.
it? Medium.
Yeah,
there you go.
so she believes in ghosts, but not aliens.
Yeah.
He believes in
And then
aliens.
Ken believes in aliens, but not
Not-
ghosts.
not ghosts.
And they're like, bet. Go here, you'll see an alien. Go there, you'll see a ghost.
Yeah.
And they're on the phone, and then we get a bit of like lore about Momo and how she got bullied, XYZ, and then she's basically like, "Fuck you, grandma, you made fun of me, XYZ," and then Ken is like, "Oh my god, that's crazy, dude."
He never had any friends growing up,
I've
but he
never had
reached
any
out to
friends.
aliens.
Yeah.
'cause
And then,
I'm
like,
weird.
and then Momo sends him into this like tunnel, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't see anything, XYZ," and then we meet Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny.
Which
Who
is-
wants to?
I think is Turbo Granny a real superstition? It's a real superstition, right? Yeah, that's like an
Actually?
actual superstition. Because this is not the first time I've seen Turbo Granny. Turbo Granny's been in
What's the
another
superstition
like other
about,
animes.
like, Sorry, what's I guess like the?
It was in Mob Psycho.
So same thing. Turbo Granny can't not supposed to run here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like IRL, this is like a legit
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because I've seen this in other animes, and that's the only reason I know. Because
like-
I'm just like, it has to be something
So
real.
is she only in like a certain tunnel, like IRL? Like if you go to a tunnel,
See any like weird granny,
yeah.
like
Sorry.
she will say that line that she says.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And then if she
Come suckle on my teat. I want to gobble your weenie.
Yeah.
and then if you sprint away and
I've got
she
it memorized.
beats you,
Yeah, I
You're
know
cursed.
you.
I know.
Bet you do.
It's the only thing
the fact
that I
that you
memorized.
like memorize that's wild.
He
To
says
me.
it to himself in the mirror before he goes to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
And when he wakes up before he goes to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. I want to gobble on your weenie is wild
before
phrasing, bro.
before work in his car. Suck on my.
Oh,
teeth.
great Turbo Granny. Please let me suck on your teeth while you gobble my weed.
Say that to Jane.
That's
my
crazy.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Or just hand her a paper and be like, "Can you recite this, please?"
If I did that, should just be like, what are you saying? Are you stupid? Be like, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, they're on the phone. He sees Turbo Granny sprints. He loses that brace, and then the phone goes all
Glitchy.
All-
Yeah.
And
glitchy.
Momo gets
She's investigating the school because apparently
Hospital.
or a hospital because
Yeah.
apparently
Naga
that's where
the aliens are.
Ken saw
He's
saw
like-
aliens or heard that there were aliens.
He's like,
there.
head to the roof, and then you'll get abducted, and it'll be cool.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you can't remember when you've been abducted because they erase your memories, blah blah blah. So while she's on the
Did anyone catch when they were on the phone that I think Momo asked Ken if he's been abducted, and he's like, "Yeah, I think so, maybe. I can't remember."
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. That's what I was referring.
I was like, "Wait a minute."
Because he's like, I think your web memories get wiped, and she's like, then how do you know if you've been abducted or not?
Yeah, and he's like, "I
Like,
think I have."
Yeah, so
I was like, "Whoa, that's weird."
And then she admits that she's never seen a ghost before, but she just believes in them because of her grandma.
Yeah.
So they both basically don't know
mhm.
their own beliefs, but they're sending them to each other to find each other's beliefs.
They're like agnostic about it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
In your mic.
Sorry. I'll be right
Yeah.
in my mic.
Yeah, and so she gets attacked by 3 dudes, and then it gets weird.
Yep. Then it gets real.
It got a
I-
little
I need
uncomfortable.
this is
We
this-
all almost dropped the show.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I can't speak for them. I almost did. I'm not even gonna lie. It got very uncomfortable.
We had
Yeah.
no warning about this at all.
No, it was a Diddy party with no idea that it was a Diddy party. We just walked in blindly.
Yeah.
And we were in there.
So essentially, it was like a grape scene almost, but it didn't end up happening. But it got
Yeah,
close to
yeah,
happening.
grape
So-
like the flavoring grape. GRA. We are
So
saying
the
GRA.
aliens, long story short, their planet's all male, and the only way to, I guess, to clone is to reproduce. And they were.
Well, no, the only way to reproduce is they clone themselves.
Oh yeah, pardon me.
Yes, that's
But
what
there's
it is.
no evolution in
But there's no
cloning yourself?
evolution, so the only way to do that was to reproduce with Momo, and it got real weird all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then there
'Cause
was
I'm not
really-
gonna go. I don't want to go into detail about
No,
what
yeah, no,
was going on.
No.
But they were pretty close, and
Go,
then
go watch the episode.
yeah, and then Ken popped out of a cell phone.
Yeah, her phone rang, and then Homie picked up the phone, and the screen was like red, and then Ken's hand, or what we
it was
thought.
his foot, wasn't it? I thought it was his foot. I thought he kicked. Dude
Oh,
in
you
the
kick him?
face.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, he kicked him, and then Ken came out of the phone looking like Turbo Granny.
Yeah.
So his weenie's gone.
His weenie is gone.
So his weenie's gone.
His weenie is gone.
Oh God. Yeah.
which is much more okay.
I
to
feel like
me.
we should have just skipped this episode and not talked about it. Went straight to the second.
Yeah,
So
because-
that's how Dandadan starts. Like,
It's really, really weird. But we've gotten confirmation that it's more tame from here on. So
I don't know.
I don't know if I trust that though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'll give it another episode. If it's like that, I don't think we're gonna
yeah.
continue watching it.
Momo also has like
Apparently it's not.
like
Psychic powers?
psychosis, where like psychosis powers.
but yeah. So she
And she went all kung fu on these dudes.
Yeah,
And
and
it
she
was-
can tame Ken's curse
Possession.
form.
Possession.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. She. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she did kung fu moves, and she just kicked the side of the dude's head while she was in her underwear.
You didn't have to say it.
You really
You really
did.
didn't have to say it.
You could have just ended it at kick the head.
He wanted.
I know
to.
he wanted to say it, but you didn't have to say it.
Yeah, I did.
No,
Yeah, I
you
did.
didn't have to, man.
Yeah, I
oh
did.
my god. Anyways, when we went past that part, you came back to that part specifically. We were
Yep.
already ahead of that.
Yep, yep,
Oh
yep.
my god. Worst episode ever.
Wow. So the
Lord.
episode
Anyways,
ends with like the UFO
crashing, burning,
and then
exploding.
yeah. Oh, sorry. We learned that Turbo Granny says like, if you want Will to go back to his human form, like, come find me in the tunnel, and I'll and we'll fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says that to Momo. So then, like, we essentially know that the next episode, I think, is like them going back in the tunnel. But then, we learn that Momo asked the occult boy like what his actual name is, and he goes, "Oh, my name's Ken Takakura," and we learn that.
And she instantly fell in love. Well, actually, not even before that. Like when he was mentioning things about like, hey, can you put on my clothes? Because
She's like, "Oh my god,
I'll get weird."
He said the line.
Things like that. Yeah, and
he must be a fan. XYZ.
her heart started beating, and she was like, I'm pretty sure she was falling in love at that
Yeah.
point.
It's when the UFO exploded. That's when it's supposed to be like she fell in love.
yeah, because
Mother.
like she was like, at least he's not Ken Takakura, you know. And then
Yeah.
he was like, hey, I forgot, what's your name? Like
Ken
we didn't.
Takakura.
And then she lost her mind.
and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, a gust of wind blew in her face.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
like,
Explosions, and everything. Yeah, but again, like it was a very odd episode.
Yeah. The action was pretty cool. Again, the animation.
How do you guys? Yeah, how
the
you guys feel
animation
on
reminded me
animation?
of Mob Psycho, which I enjoy Mob Psycho
Yeah.
style of
You
animation.
guys have talked about
At
that
some points, it
extensively.
felt like an American style cartoon.
I can see that.
At some points, kind of like, I don't know, Adventure Time or something like that.
I can see that. Yeah,
yeah. The choreography was really well done. So overall, like I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice 4+4.
Yeah, 4+4. Because of
I'm gonna give it a solid 5 out of 10 only because there is negatives in this show that
I thought about that. That's why I didn't give it like a 9 or a 10.
I just is look, and I'm giving it full
Maybe a
faith. It's the
7.5.
first episode, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't give it like full marks. It was a little weirded out. It was unexpected
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
I felt like if I had known was going into it, I would have given it a higher mark only because, like, okay, I know
I was
there's-
warned.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But like, just kind of going into it, I'll give it a firm 7 because like there were some cool parts, but then the middle just got very odd,
Yeah,
very weird, and then the ending, it's like, okay, we know there's a mission or an objective they have to do, so
Yep.
that's cool. I'm
we'll
curious.
see by second episode.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if like maybe when they defeat Turbo Granny, like Ken the boy is just like
gets his weenie back.
permanent. I mean,
We're only worried about his.
That's
weenie.
it.
permanently cursed, and like he can like transform on and off, and Momo has to keep him in check, or if he does,
Something like that.
yeah, or if he does get it back, and then they end up just fighting aliens. So I don't know. I am curious. I hope there's no more of the weird stuff.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Yeah, we've been told that it gets tamer. If we find out that we've been lied to, we're gonna hang somebody by their drawers.
Now,
Let's.
Patrick,
Atomic wedgie style.
Patrick, what do you like when you say more tame? Like, is it just like a little bit, or is it like no more?
I think he said it's no
Huh?
more. No more. It's no more
more.
for the.
Okay,
for the
cool.
weird stuff, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But we did have the creme de la creme of our podcast, the reason we actually started this whole podcast.
Bleach, the return,
Bleach part
part
3.
3.
Core Trey.
Can you believe that? This is 3 seasons, and we've been doing this for 2 years.
I know.
2 years. We've
That's
been
the
doing
reason
this.
why we started.
It's the reason why we started it. Bleach.
Special,
Ichigo Kurosaki,
special moment.
the man, the myth, the legend. He's back.
The god himself.
I liked it.
It was good. Solid
I mean,
intro.
so they continued on from where they left off,
Right away.
which I can't even remember her name now. Oh my god.
You know what? I really needed them to give us
Say
a
her
5.
Bankai. Say it. Spit
Spit
it right.
The 400 character bunkai. No, but the thing is, I really
her name?
wish they had a recap, like maybe a 2-minute recap before this, because honestly, there's been so much that's happened in anime, and it's hard for me to remember everything that's happened that's gone forward. So I'm gonna probably go after this, after we watch,
Senjumaru.
after we're done this,
Senjumaru
and watch a
Shutara.
recap, because
Shutara.
yeah, it's like I don't even remember their names. Like I'm so.
It's been
I'm
a
so
while,
lost. It's
right?
been a long time.
And like this is there are characters that are only in this. They're not featured throughout all of Bleach.
exactly.
They're only featured in this last
Squad
part.
Zero's main purpose was just to protect the Soul,
Soul
King,
King.
and
Yep.
like you can't leave, you can't do anything. Like your main goal is to live or die and protect the Soul King.
Yeah, but they get their own domain so that they're
They
comfortable.
do. Yeah,
with
yeah,
it,
for
right?
sure.
So-
They all get their own little platforms and stuff. As we saw last season, there was like a hot spring one. There was like a feast.
Mhm.
There's a kind of like a make your own
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Build a Berry, but for Zanpakutos.
Built a Bear Zombie.
and then there's what was the freaking Osho's kind of spot.
I don't even know. See, this is why I need
the monk who
recap.
calls the real name. So he has the power of names. He's the power of black.
Yep.
Takes all the black away in the world, and he can reintroduce
Sorry,
it.
Cooper, but we're toast.
Yep.
He is the power of the blacks.
Literally.
It's like what?
Anything written, painted in black, it's his to control.
Yeah,
so.
it's his
Yeah.
to control, which is
Anyways.
a really odd, really odd power. It's like like we were talking about. It's like it just reality breaking powers that it's
Mhm.
just like at this point you can do anything.
Reality bending. Really.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can bend reality to your will. Like he could do whatever. If he writes it, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So it continued with her doing her bankai. Her crazy. Well-
Senju Maru.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's her name.
Yeah.
But let me try to hit this. Let me try to hit this one time. The Shitatsu Karagara Shigarami no Suji is what it's
I'm
called.
surprised you hit that. Hey, you hit that very well.
now you gotta spit it fast.
No, I'm good.
Now hit the bankai, then just spit the word.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hit
Bankai,
it like,
yeah.
hit it like she hit it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. She trapped pretty much the entire squad that Yawak brought on.
Hit that hawk.
So
Jesus
Yawak.
Christ.
Yo, hawk to a.
Sounded Jewish there. Got that hood in you.
Good Lord. And she pretty much just toyed with all of them.
Yeah.
Then Yawak and Ichibe were fighting.
Yeah.
Showed them going off, and Ichibe showing off his Zanpakuto and
Yeah.
thing. There's power before they even called it Bankai. He said,
Yeah. He's like, I guess you can call it that.
Yeah.
Because like it didn't really have that name, but he's like, I
his was the first.
in layman terms, this is it.
Yeah,
Essentially.
his
yeah.
was the first.
Yeah.
And then we saw his Bankai.
Boom.
Realistically,
Hit him with it.
or his version of Bankai.
Yeah. Hit him with it, dog.
What did he say? It was like 100 days taken from 100 years in the future to like crush his enemies, essentially
Yeah.
to make them non-existent in any point in time in the universe.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Literally reality bending.
And he just starts singing.
Yeah.
Man just
He
starts
started doing
singing.
a performance.
Yeah.
It-
Well, actually, sorry.
He does a musical.
Prior to that,
Oh, that's how it activated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Prior to that, Yawak's like power, like his eyes opened.
Yeah.
So like the true king, Quincy King, is now here.
Well, he
Yeah.
got that from the Soul King. There was that hidden that secret sort of like beginning episode where him and Ichibei were sitting,
Mm-hmm.
and he stole the things from
Yeah.
Ichibei,
Yeah.
and one of them was the eyes.
Yeah, but it was when Ichibei thought he won after hurling him down, his like power finally like
yeah,
woke up, and then that's when round 2 essentially starts.
yeah, and we got an explanation of what that power was called. He was given like the Stern Rector A, which was his letter,
The Almighty.
which is the Almighty, which is his all-seeing eye that allows him to see in the future before things even happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is God.
yeah, literally.
Essentially, yeah.
Like every attack that Ichibei tried to do, it just did not work
Just missed.
every time.
Because, and I bet you anything, like, Yawak saw every move that was, like, gonna happen.
Yeah, and he denied everything.
Yeah.
And then Yawak does some crazy stuff, and
Doesn't he just end up stabbing him in the heart?
no,
Well, he
Yawak-
does stab him in the heart, but
Yeah,
then he
yeah.
ended up blowing him apart.
he just blows him up. No body, just a head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because in the Bankai, when Ichibei said the last phrase, Yawak said it too, and he's like, "Ha! Jinx!"
Yeah, he hit reverse Uno card.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
did
"Ha!
Jinx owe me
You
a
think you
soda."
can freaking trick me? Explode!"
Exactly.
And then
And he
Ichibei like
did.
literally
Yep.
blew up.
It reminded me of like a cartoon show a little bit. You know how they kind of like pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally
That's
just
what I
like
felt
just
And then it cuts back to Ishida fighting
Senjumaru.
Senjumaru.
Yeah.
No, it's not the big name. Don't worry.
I'm trying. But yeah, he's fighting her, and he's like getting out of everything she does, and then she gets him and holds him, and then punctures him, and then he just does the same thing Yawak does and says, "Nah, reverse Uno card.
Yeah, he
you're-
awakens his powers.
You're stuck in here with me."
Yeah, you're caught in your own Bankai.
Yeah. She's
And-
like, "How's it feel to be stuck in a Bankai?" And he's like, "What Bankai?"
What bonk?
And the camera pans out and she's stuck and
She's
she's
like the one you're stuck in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, damn. Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, this fight was also not in the manga, so this was added in just for the anime.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were saying
Seeing
that.
Yeah.
again and seeing the hollows was odd
Yeah,
because
the Hollow's coming out too.
we haven't
Yeah.
seen them forever.
Yep.
So like it was kind of cool to see them again.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
Little
was,
callback. Little callback.
Yeah, again, this is Tight Kubo doing what he wants, what he had originally wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so this would be considered canon at this point.
Yeah.
And it's honestly really good.
Yeah.
It's
And it makes me excited because like if we're seeing new stuff thrown in the first episode, I can only imagine.
How do you
this
feel about
season.
her Bankai being CGI?
It-
a lot. There was a lot of CGI in this.
Yeah.
There was from,
but it didn't look bad,
but it didn't look bad.
in my opinion.
no,
I
it
could be
didn't.
wrong.
It was okay. I thought it
don't-
was okay. Like it wasn't great.
I wouldn't say.
Well,
it's,
her Bankai was great. The other stuff that they were using, all like the spirit energy and stuff that were floating around, that was kind of like
Fair, and we've had to talk about how CGI in 2D is always like
Difficult.
You have to nail it,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, her Bankai look good. The swirling stuff, there's a lot happening on screen.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. It's and I wouldn't say the thing is it's not bad though.
No,
No, it's not. No,
It's not like it's bad. I think it just passes. I don't think it's anything that excels like crazy. It just passes that bar where it's like, okay, this is good. The CG's
Yeah.
good. So yeah, I think overall it was pretty good. After Ishida
nukes her.
nukes her,
Yeah,
we cut back to Yawak fighting going to the
No, it cut to like
Soul King.
Ichigo and
Oh right, it
because
cut
they
to
were like
Ichigo.
because they
Right,
just
right, right,
sensed
yes.
something happened and it
Yeah,
was not
'cause-
a good thing.
Yeah.
Ichibei exploded. She got the arrow right to the chest, and then
The other Stern Raiders came back.
and then there was like a rumble, and I think everyone like in Soul Society like kind of looked up, and they're like, "Uh-oh."
Right. Yeah.
Right, because like
everyone knew
they
something
know
happened.
if Squad Zero fails, they're everyone's hooped.
Yeah.
Everyone is hooped. The world's hooped,
Yeah. Exactly.
right? So so they all kind of like looked up like, okay, we have to get up there like now.
And then Yawak and his crew just like walk up. They look at the Soul King's tower.
Domain,
Yeah.
essentially.
And is like jumped up in there.
Yep.
And he did the unthinkable.
Before that, it cuts back and Ichigo finds Ichibei.
No, that was the cut. That was the after credit
Oh,
scene.
was that the after
That was
credit?
after
Okay, my
credit.
bad.
Yeah,
I thought it was
that was
okay.
after credit.
Yeah.
Yawak ends up killing God.
True. He kills God.
He kills the Soul King. Puts a sword right through him.
Yep.
right through him.
Mhm.
And you also learn right at that point, it faded to black. Faded to black. That's a movie name, by the way.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
For Bleach.
It is. Great movie.
Yeah. He calls him father.
He does call him father.
He is the son of the Soul King.
Dada,
I think
came
you might-
back.
You might be okay. If I'm not mistaken, the base episode didn't just end with him walking up to the Soul King, and then the episode ended, and then the credits, and then the after scene he stabs him.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken.
You were so confident in the structuring of the end of this episode. We watched so much anime at this point that we are getting confused.
Regardless of how it
but-
all like panned out, that is
And
what happened.
Ichigo ends up reviving Ichibe, and Ichigo is tasked
not
by Ichibe.
not exactly.
Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Ichibe just take some of his power to revive himself?
He
Yeah.
takes some of Ichigo's
Yeah.
power to revive himself, and then Ichibe says, Squad Zero has failed.
And then lays
Ichigo.
the task like, I fucked up, it's on you.
Ichigo, I can't do it, man.
Now hold on. If you're
Why is
wondering
your kid
how
doing
why
it?
Ichibe came back exactly, he can't really die
Mhm.
because he is the propagator of names. He is the holder of names, and names hold a lot of power. He gives the names to like everybody in the world. Realistically.
Yeah.
It comes from him anyway. So when he contacted Ichigo through like another dimension of some sort and said, "Say my name," that's how he came back. His own power can bring him back. He
Yeah,
can never
exactly.
really die.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy if you
Yeah.
think about it. Yeah.
So-
it's
Like
it's one of
the
those.
value and the power of a single name is crazy.
Well, like we said, it's reality bending powers at this point. At this point, we're doing
Question for the pod though: do we
There-
think the other members of Squad Zero are dead, or like, do you think they can come back?
I have no idea. Honestly. I can't even begin to speculate because there's the other thing that happened in this after credit. We see them when we saw this, I think at the end of last season as well, but they showed it off again, which is Aizen.
Yeah.
Aizen.
Yeah.
They
Fucking
went to see Aizen.
Fucking no one's ready for that. Not does everyone. Shiroku, the new head captain, just approached what
Kiriko.
what obviously is one of the greatest anime.
And they animated
villains.
him well just sitting there too.
They did.
Yeah,
all his,
and
like,
even when
really
like
did.
he like his face was all like wrapped up so he couldn't see,
Oh.
but he just knew that like he like his head just lifted up, so you know that he knows that that they need him now.
I need this. This is
Oh,
what I needed.
Aizen
and I
is a
can't wait.
great villain.
Dude,
is.
Aizen is honestly one of the greatest like anime villains as a whole. Just like his whole demeanor.
I think he's the greatest, to be honest.
Really?
Whoa,
I think he
I
is.
wouldn't
that's
say
a
the
that's,
greatest.
That's
the
a
greatest
statement.
is
Yeah.
a statement.
I think he is. And the dude's got Riz, man. Homie's
He's
got
got-
Riz.
homie's
When-
got Riz.
When Aizen took off his glasses and did the hair slick back, bro, homie,
changed everything. Everything changed.
bro was a different man.
Look, and the thing is, I need another Aizen fight that is animated with current day animation.
Mhm.
That's what I need. Because like as good as the Aizen Ichigo fight was, compared to these standards we have now and what they've been putting out, it's nothing.
Mhm.
Because
This is gonna be amazing.
so for Byakuya to ask Ichigo, someone he thought was lower than dirt, for help for the Soul Society was one thing, but for the current Gotai 13 to ask Aizen for help is insane. Like when you think about it, that's insane.
that is
for the new
asking-
head captain to be like, look, you almost kind of
killed everyone.
killed the world, but in this dire moment, we need you.
It's like in My Hero if they captured One for All and then they're like, hey, or All for One, and they're like, hey, All for One, we need you to help us. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You
And,
can't
like,
be doing that.
As someone who's read the
It's
manga,
actually more equivalent to like Goku going up to Frieza and be like, "We need your help for the tournament of power."
literally, yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
That's
And
kinda
then like someone who's like read the manga, I personally can't wait to just see the interaction with Aizen and the Gotai and just like them be like, you need to fight him, and then for that man,
I think it's a unique parallel because them going to Aizen is you know, they're desperate, and
Literally.
while they know Aizen wants to take over Soul Society and like the world in its own right,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to destroy the world, which is what Yawok wants to do.
Yeah.
And then you have Ichibei asking Ichigo, being like, "You're our only hope now at this point."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is a man who he doesn't care about really Soul Society. He cares about the people that live in that world and in the other world.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and of course the beings in Huekimundo.
Yeah, because again, like his task is everything below. Cool. I'm here to protect the Soul King. That's my job. So for him to ask someone of, I guess, a lower being who's from down there to be like, I fucked up. You.
Do you think he thinks he's a lower being though? I don't think he does, bro.
No,
I don't think he does.
Only,
and
but
the
only
only reason
Ichigo.
why I say that is
Yeah, yeah.
because, well, we know now for sure
Yeah.
that Yawok is the son of the Soul King.
Yep.
Ichibei definitely knew this.
Oh yeah.
He definitely knew this, and he definitely knows that Ichigo is the great grandson of the Soul King, which is why he's saying he's the only one that can end up finishing Yawok.
Guarantee there'd be no one else he'd ever even think about.
No,
except
not at all.
except Ichigo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for him to get asked with such a overwhelming task, and then like you said, for the captains and just Soul Society as a whole to now look to one of their greatest adversaries and be like, we need you to do like
This-
it's crazy.
This is what we've been saying since the beginning. This anime, the 1,000-Year Blood War, is one of the best shonens to be aired. Like just from front to back, there's no faults I can really give it. Even into the first episode of season 3, it's still so good. There's so much we could talk about. There's so many what ifs. There's so many.
There
great
is a
fights.
reason why Bleach was #1 for so long. For so long. It wasn't Naruto. It wasn't One Piece. It was Bleach that led the big 3. It was Bleach that, like, right after Dragon Ball ended, it was Bleach that picked it up. Tight Kubo was on another level, and they just pushed him too hard, and he got burnt out, so he stopped caring. And that's why it fell off. But, like, the 1,000-Year Blood War is, like, his swan song for finishing off Bleach.
Oh, 100%.
This is a love letter to Bleach fans. It really is. If you have ever watched Bleach and you liked anything, this is a love letter to you because like it's perfect. I love watching every moment.
And what reforms this even more is like I almost feel bad for new fans that have just started the Blood War and they don't understand some of the nuance of if you've watched every single episode like Cooper did and me and Sheldon, and then you get to hear the callbacks. Some of the homages are just so good because like off the rip, you would be like, well, who the fuck's Aizen? Right? You'd have no idea at the lore of this dude.
Oh,
you have zero idea. So for a new fan, I feel so bad because they just don't understand.
If you're hopping
as
on
I've
now,
said 1,000 times already, for the Gotai 13 to turn to Aizen and ask for help is a feat.
yeah,
Is a
like
feat.
for new people who have not watched the original, go watch the original and you'll understand how bad Aizen is. Was the big bad of the original series.
This man had planned like 400 years in advance.
Exactly.
just to have his plans go down.
Yeah, this dude.
Bro had his plan in like already going when Ichigo's parents were like
He just didn't
teenagers.
factor in Ichigo.
Sorry?
He never factored in Ichigo.
Yeah, that was the only thing.
That was
because he
his
didn't
one.
think-
That was his one thing.
the
Mhm.
Like
one fault.
his plan was already kind of in the thick of it when Ichigo's parents met for the first time. Like it's crazy. Dude was like 10 steps ahead of God at some point.
True. And so Aizen coming back is very just very exciting for this anime. And honestly, I'm really happy to see where this goes. I can't wait for episode 2. So far, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Excel.
10 it excels.
Nice 5 plus 5.
Intro, fire. Animation, fire. CG, even though it's not the best CG, it's still fire enough for me to call it fire
Yeah.
compared
Yeah.
to some of the stuff we've seen.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
think
And I
this is
think
such a good show.
overall, I am more excited to see your reaction out of
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Like
that's how I feel.
I'm jazzed for me and you and for Bleach, but like I am so thrilled to see what you think.
because for people who don't know, I watched Bleach. I caught up to Bleach right before the day before 1,000-Year Blood War started. I had just finished the main series and I had watched everything, all filler involved. 356, I believe, episodes or something along the lines.
Did you think, as someone who did that, did you think we'd ever see Aizen again? Like once he was gone, did you think he'll never come back?
No, I really didn't.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I wasn't expecting it. I thought maybe there's a chance, but even that, I really didn't, because at the end of it, he just kind of disappears and you don't see him until I believe the end of last season, wasn't it? Was the end of the first season or the end of the second
I think it
season?
was the end of the first season.
First
That's
season.
when Yawok. Oh, maybe it was second season because
Was it?
that's
I
when
can't
Yawok
remember.
went. No, it was first season because Yawok went to Aizen to try and
yes,
recruit
yeah, there
him
you go. There you go.
and bring him to his side.
Before that point, no, I had no idea.
Yeah,
And then to add on, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Yawa give the Sterns like, if you see these 5 people fully on site, and it was
Yeah,
Ichigo,
there's a special level threats.
uh,
So
Ichigo, Kenpachi,
yeah, Aizen,
Aizen, Urahaka, or no,
Urahara.
yeah, thank you. And
Yeah.
then who was? Oh, and then the old man.
No, he wasn't on the list.
Who was the 5th?
He was not on the list. I don't.
Was it 4?
It might have been 4.
Yeah, but like Aizen was part of that list.
Yeah.
So that was like the first like, whoa, he's back, XYZ.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yep.
no.
Aizen is going to be a terrifying force, and I'm curious to see where it goes. But
Because
yeah.
now
What time are we at, Pat?
108.
because
Yeah,
now Aizen should technically like have all of like the powers he had when he when he was in his
True,
like,
but the wraps that he's under, like the stuff that he's wearing,
is basically Kenpachi's eye patch.
yeah, it's like a barrier for his power, so he
Yeah.
can't use it.
Yeah,
That's why they like the first time like Kiriko only. Oh wait, I don't even think we get to that point yet. No, we don't. Never mind.
No, I know what you're yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, never mind.
Because I think that they're scared if even they do that, they're fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which again just goes to show how strong he
Mhm.
is. Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm excited.
God, Aizen's such a good character, man.
He is.
He's like the sickest dude.
Aizen, dude, Aizen is
We can sit here and
Fangirl.
fangirl
For-
over Aizen.
bro.
for
When
hours,
Aizen did the whole hair
but-
slick back, I was
but
hit me different.
let's.
Yeah.
I think we put a ribbon on this episode. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really
Not much of like
I mean, there's other animes that are airing right
Yeah,
now.
so like there is a bunch of animes that are airing right now, but the 3 that we're focusing on will be Dandadan, Bleach, and Dragon Ball Daima, which drops on the 10th of October. So,
my God.
which is
we
coming on.
might talk
Sparking Zero and Diamond drop the same day.
That's good timing.
Wow.
That's actually really good timing.
That's
I will
cool.
be keeping up with Blue Lock as well and ReZero, so we might talk a little. We might have some notes.
Well, we'll
on
talk
that.
about Blue Lock. I'll watch. I'm gonna be watching Blue Lock too.
Yeah, Blue Lock will be fun. So there's going to be a lot to talk about in these weeks, but the main focus, is going to be those
3 for sure.
I'd love to hear
Dandadan,
your opinion
Bleach,
on
and Dragon Ball
Sparking.
Daima.
Yeah, I mean you'll get it.
Oh yeah.
Sparking will happen. Don't
Yeah.
worry. That's gonna be. Apparently, it's like so. Just speaking on games real quick for games anyway.
Yep.
Sparking Zero has been sold out like everywhere. People can't. It's getting like deluxe editions and stuff is hard for people to find.
Oh, I
There-
know. I've
it's
had a few
already
people.
being nominated for Game of the Year.
I know.
It's It's,
for a fighting game. That's crazy.
yeah, it's already being nominated for Game of the Year.
I think
Um,
it beat Call of Duty in
Pre-orders.
pre-orders.
Damn.
Yeah.
Beat
and,
Call of Duty?
and it's
Yeah,
probably gonna
yeah.
be the number 1 selling game of 2024 is what they're predicting right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I had this one guy come into the store. I think a couple of days ago, and he wanted to pre-order the deluxe edition, and we didn't have it. But we just got to talking about Dragon Ball, and he was a big fan. And I asked him, I'm like, have you played any of the previous like Tenkaichi, Budokai, any other fighting game of Dragon Ball? And he's like, no, this is my first one. I'm like, oh my friend.
He doesn't know the history.
I'm like, my friend, you do not understand the level of excitement.
Yeah, there's
Like,
not-
even for someone like me who's not a big Dragon Ball fan, I played Budokai Tenkaichi. I played 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Not religiously, but I
but
played
like,
it.
at least you know, right?
I
But,
know
like,
the fun that comes along
But
with it.
yeah,
It was a fun game.
homie has never played them, and I'm like, if you can ever find them in the week that this game has to come out, I recommend just like watching gameplay or playing them because they were a lot of fun. But like,
It's like
And I think it's got the largest character roster to date for a fighting game.
is it
Of
180
It's like like 180 characters.
yeah,
off
the,
rip?
Yeah.
of those like classic games you can throw along, like if you've ever played games like Need for Speed Underground.
Mhm.
Like around that same time frame, right?
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
have
yeah.
you have like cult classics like San
There was a
Andreas.
core, like a core.
I don't think
cult.
San Andreas was a cult classic, bro. I think everybody was playing a San Andreas.
I guess it would no, it might have been you're right. Everyone
That
was
was
playing
really
San
popular.
Andreas, but it was like it was along with those greats though.
Yeah.
I mean, like along those
Yeah,
along those
you're
lines, right?
Yep.
Because those are like fantastic games that came out in that era, and
Mhm.
Budokai Tenkaichi, even if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, still probably found your way into your hands. You
Mhm.
probably played it at one point. It was a really fun fighting game, and if you're into the fighting games, it's honestly a game I'd recommend picking up.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm most excited for in Sparking is the fact that like they have, you can like 2v2 online, and say for example if you're playing that and your partner faints, you can have like a 1v2 online.
Mhm.
So it's just like
Ooh, and this is another thing too. So when you go to dodge, it's like them legitimately dodging from in the shows and in the mangas. So like the way they like move and stuff, it's not just simple like it's they have legitimate movements now. And on top of that, they're pulling animation sequences from the manga, which has never been done before.
I've heard. Okay, so to backpack off that, two things. Apparently, like UI Goku and Whis will do like the whole like
Oh my God, that's
dodge
cool.
thing. Apparently,
We might see Ultra Ego and like Saiyan Instinct in this game.
UI Goku,
Sick.
in order to auto dodge, it uses up ki, but with Whis, he just does it automatically. So I've seen so many memes being like, okay, rule number 1, no UI Goku. Number 2, no Whis. And then, so what you talked about, the animation, apparently Janemba, you know his like particle thing?
Mhm.
He does it in the game.
Oh my God, that's so dope.
Yeah, apparently he does his whole particle
Ugh.
thing in the game.
This game is gonna be sick.
I'm telling you.
It's
And is there like what if moments too?
Yeah, so they have another thing called what ifs as well in this game. So like things that would have happened if, let's say,
If Gohan didn't die.
if Gohan didn't die from the
they're
androids.
so they're taking that inspiration, I guess, from the Marvel stuff. Is
No, so they've kind of done something like this before in an
In
older
Xenoverse?
in a older Budokai game.
Okay.
And there's always one that I particularly remember from the Budokai series where Cell is about to absorb 18, but then Krillin knocks her out of the way, so Cell ends up absorbing Krillin instead.
Oh shit.
And so when he absorbs Krillin and he starts to change, he's like, "Oh, I'm so powerful." But he's orange and black. He's like Krillin's size, and he's bald with the 6 things. And he's like, "Wait, my power!" And then like Tien looks at him and is like, "I can beat you." I was like, they were like, I was like, "This is amazing." Even Yamcha was like, "I can beat you."
That's crazy. For
That's
Yamcha
funny.
to say, that's nuts.
That's
But then
funny.
like, when you get into actual fight, it is a lot tougher because it's a weak version of Cell versus these crazy warriors.
Yeah.
And it actually is kind of tough.
That's
Like I ended up beating it, but
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, and
That's
it was
kinda cool,
really
though.
difficult.
Yeah,
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 it was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they did have it before, but they didn't go into too much detail. Apparently, this one is going to have a lot of what if details.
Yeah.
Cool.
The
Yeah.
one that I've seen, so the another like I guess like meme I've seen is
You read
Is-
you read too many memes, man.
okay, to be fair, this game is everywhere. Like
True.
everywhere on socials, it's everywhere.
But did you guys want to wrap this up? I feel like we're. Just
I
going-
feel like you want to wrap
I
this
do.
up.
I do wanna wrap this up. I'm not a big Dragon Ball fan. You guys know this. I'm gonna
Not
wrap
yet,
it-
at least.
Not yet. Not yet. Eventually, maybe I might get into it. Because I'm almost done Hajime no Ippo.
I know. I still haven't.
I know.
I
you
still
have.
haven't. I'll have
Last
to
thing
get
I'll
through it.
ask: are you gonna try online?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
I said no if you'd be like a bit like intimidated or like
No.
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 Bro runs online.
Yeah. This is gonna happen, man.
Yeah, son.
You get your ass handed to you so many times.
Hey,
Bros in a
it is what
1v2
it
some
is,
androids
but-
with Gohan.
Yeah, because like even if you played older Budokai games, this one's gonna be different. So
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be on like the same playing level until they get their hour sunk in
Yeah.
and they find the
yeah.
character they
Rule
wanna
number
play.
1: if you guys both have no Kai, you back up, you recharge, and you go back
Oh my
in.
god! All right, stop with the rules. Anyways, that's it for our show. We won't get into that anymore. Those are, I know I saw that. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Please comment. Hit that notification bell. Leave us a goddamn comment,
Guys,
for the love of God.
it's free to leave a like. It's free to leave a sub. And if you have nothing to comment, just comment your favorite emoji.
We're also 14 episodes away from episode 100.
Really?
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool.
14 episodes away from episode 100.
Episode 100, we should just do like shirtless. The entire episode.
We'll get cop.
This is so weird because it's not coming from me.
I,
He like adopted my.
that includes you too,
tactics,
Pat.
dude.
You got to be shirtless too.
You
What?
yeah.
Even
and
though
we-
you're not on camera, you have to be there with us.
And we
physically.
gotta. What we'll do is we're gonna have a pat cam
We're
where
probably not going to do this.
where it's
shirtless.
just a
probably not gonna
camera.
happen.
No, I'll record and I'll put my phone just on camera on Pat's chest,
So like a POV or just his chest?
just his chest. That's all we want.
Nice.
That's all we want. Just in the corner of the video of the pod. Okay, that's how you
Right.
edit it. Just right in the corner, and it's just Pat's chest the entire.
Hilarious.
All right.
All right.
See you later, guys. Have
Thank
a
you
good
guys for
one.
watching.
Later.
Peace.